Hey, good morning, y'all. Happy Thursday, April 5th. It's been a while since I did a morning video. I'm gonna try. I always make videos throughout the day and then forget to edit it till way late in the night. Usually upload the next day. But here I am. I'm out here in the nursery area, and this has basically just been what's going on the past couple days. And today, I'm going to try to take off the brush hog off the tractor, install the drill so I can install a couple trees in the ground. I'm going to hopefully assist Bianca in finishing up a cabinet inside the main cabin so we can start installing the sink. And I also need to move a tote out of the old field, outside the field, so I can fill it easier. That sounds like a good couple things for this morning, or the day. I've also already hauled like 5 buckets of watering different trees and such in hopes of keeping them alive. And other than that, it's just going to be mostly a chores day for me, kind of preparing for the spring season, which I'm really excited is ahead of us. Hope you enjoy it. There is one other thing, I guess, is I'm going to try to turn this thing into some sort of enclosure that's protected from frost so I can get ahead on my transplanting. Good morning, everyone. Another day here, another frosty night. I actually ended up going ahead and covering all the seedlings and totally changing what was going on. So the batteries are over there on the ground doing nothing, and I brought the entire structure up here on these raised shelves. I put a sheet of reflective foil insulation on the bottom. Then I have a piece of 6mm plastic from this greenhouse plastic roll, and I wrapped it around. It was 10 feet long. It didn't quite make it, and so then I went up and over the entire thing, down the side, used a bag of soil to hold it in place, and then made sure this plastic was nice and tucked. Everything's great. It worked. It's the most quick and dirty thing I've probably ever done. It took me a while to figure it out, pretty much all day, until all of a sudden at night I'm like, whatever, I just need to get something done. Instead of trying to design something nice, I just went with what worked, which seems to be looking great. And I don't see why I wouldn't use this in the future. So that's that. They're protected from frost, and it was pretty nice and instant. I can also take these off, roll the insulation back up, and reuse it. Nice. These are also behaving swimmingly. They're retaining moisture. You see all that beads there. That was something they did not have before. There's water in the bottom of it, which is not frozen. Hooray. Also survived another frost. And yeah, so plastic bag idea is working so far. I'm going to obviously have to stop this as soon as they break the soil and come in contact with the plastic. But hopefully the frost will go away by then. So what's one do at 8 in the morning before anything exciting is going on? Well, I'm just trying to get more seedling pots ready. I think I got a grand idea this time. I just started the other seeds in this bark stuff and was like, I hope it does okay, even though it's not seedling start stuff. And I'm a little worried because it might be too hot for them, have too much. Jeez, this is impossible to do one-handed. Sorry, what was I talking about? So now, now what I'm going to do is fill these up to this line here, and then I'm going to put seed mix stuff right on top of it. Yeah. So then what should hopefully happen is the seed will grow from here to here, and then it will encounter this soil here, and then grow the rest of the way down and fill this 3-inch pot. And I'm hoping that I will never have to, I will have to pot up less. Of course I'll have to pot up, but I will have to pot up way less, because I hate that step. I do. So that's my goal. We'll see if it pans out. Just kind of filling these. Also, this random soil scoop is pretty awesome. It's actually called a soil scoop. Just one of these right here. Check this out. It fills it the perfect amount, right to the line. I wonder if that was on purpose or I just accidentally got it. Either way, it's awesome. It was $1 or something at Walmart. Not bad. Alright, now I got quite a few of these done. I'm going to take my soil, seed soil, which is like a soilless mix from Jiffy. It's the OMRI listed organic one. And just scoop in this. And then just kind of, whoops, it's a little too much, but you know, put the seed starter in there. So now I can just stab the seed in there. See, I'm breaking my own rule. Look at all the stuff falling all over the place. That's the waste I'm talking about that this bucket solves. Anyways, now that I can just have the seed soil stuff on top, I can just stab the seed in there, and I'm hoping that it then continues on down, nice and healthy like, and finds the rest of the soil that has a lot better nutrients for it. And by that time it should need the nutrients, so that's the plan. We'll see. Alright, so I'm back here grabbing some of my seeds to plant in those, and I also have my mix here. I just want to show, this is the one I was talking about, Jiffy Natural and Organic Seed Starting Mix. Here's the OMRI listed for organic use label there. That's the thing not many people realize, is that a lot of the old brands that used to be, I guess, chemically or had a lot of other stuff that wasn't organic in them are changing their recipes, and they're going back and becoming certified and having all OMRI listed products, which is really nice. So just because a brand used to be, I guess, bad or not able to be used for organic isn't still true. So, you know, go back and check, because this stuff is like $4.50 at Walmart. I mean, that's really good for the amount it comes with. It looks like it's 12 dry quarts. It's a lot of little pots, especially when seedlings need so little actual soil to start with. So anyway, I'm going to use that to finish off these pots. I want to get into trying to grow these edible flowers. I've never grown flowers before because, frankly, I thought they were pointless outside of pollinator attractors and such. But this is something I can get behind, right? Edible flowers, sure. You can just eat the whole thing. That's awesome. So I'm hoping it's a combination of the two things I like to do. Eat stuff and grow things. Good morning, world. It's Thursday the 5th, April. I spent most of yesterday afternoon clearing a few hundred feet worth of grasses and brush. Now I set the brush hog kind of high off the ground so that I'd still leave a lot of the new growth. And what I'm trying to see, and the purpose of this, is can I use the naturally occurring like annual style brush to act as a sort of mulch in a minor way to kind of improve the amount of crops that are here, you know? So you can see I left it a few inches tall. If you go in here, there's still, all this stuff is untouched. This is the kind of grasses that I'm trying to get to propagate more. These grasses right here are very yellow, pretty much throughout the entire year, and they get really tall with, I guess, very little effort. And so I'm hoping that this, in combination with the sagebrush and that style olive tree, not olive tree, but an olive bush, it's like a white stalked plant, they might produce enough thatch to actually make a difference. So what I did is I went around and distributed or broadcast by hand a cover crop mix of seed, and in front of the tractor basically as I was driving around mowing it. My hope is that with the incoming storm this weekend, we might actually be able to make use of the water, and it's possible to have a high percentage of it germinate. That's my hope. And that's basically what this test is going to be. I also mowed a big swath of about like 2 tractor widths or 3 tractor widths over there with no seed at all. So I'm just going to let that be and see what nature does over there, in the hopes also that I can have cover crop here and eventually possibly move my chickens over here and start like a chicken run. Yeah, it's a nice spot for it. Here's what's left of the seed that I broadcast in the field. It's basically a mixture of the legume family, which is a nitrogen fixer. It has some ryegrass in here, and then there's a couple other things that oh yeah, some hairy vetch and some clover seed. That's what these like small seeds are, is like the white Dutch clover. And it's just a really good cover crop that hopefully, if it actually takes, will really improve the health of this field. I still have all these pots ready to go. Didn't get around to it yesterday. I was busy mowing that field. And also, I have those still over there protected from the cold, which I feel coming still. And in the window, you see all those plants in the corner are now ready to go. So, I suppose you could say I'm quite behind. And I now have too many seedlings, not enough spaces that are frost-proof to put them, and not enough bigger containers outside of this size ready and available. Whoops! I better get on it. Alright, so here we are back at the bean test area in that cover, frost cover area that I made. Just kind of checking to see exactly what's going on. I'm sure most people probably pull all this dead ones, but I'm really just trying to see what happens. I mean, they're young enough that they can bounce back, believe it or not. It seems devastational, but they're still standing straight up is why I'm doing this, okay? This one, totally standing straight up, straight up, straight up, straight up. This one's dead. You see that, the difference? That one is completely done. I don't know if there's any coming back from that. However, if we look at these other ones, we can see, I doubt I'll be able to focus on it because it's such a small area. But, anyways, we can see new growth there. Right in the center of it, it's actually trying to bounce back. You see that right here? That's new leaves coming out. It's already been able to put energy towards trying to bounce back completely. I'm not sure if this one is doing it, but this one is doing it for sure. And this one too, I see small green things coming out the side. This one also. So yeah, what should happen now is these big leaves on the side that are yellow and browning should drop off. Same with this set here. And then these should sprout anew with a fat stalk. And so it should actually catch up pretty quickly, because this stalk is basically like a pipe for nutrients and everything from the soil to the plant's solar panels. So, awesome. Everything's doing great here. It looks like hopefully 75% of these ones that died during the frost will actually bounce back. So that means they're very hardy as well. This one experienced too much, but you lose some and you win some. That's why you plant a lot of plants, right? And that's why nature in one plant has thousands of seeds, because they don't always survive. That's how it goes. Turns out my mulch was a little too tall. I had like way too much in here. It was actually growing underneath, so now that I know that, I'm kind of exposing it to the sunlight so it can grow even more. I put a little of this trees type soil mulch on here to help, instead of the straw to cover it. So I'll keep an eye on the frost, and if I need to, pop the straw in here, but then I'll make sure to take it off so these can get the rest of the way going. It also turns out there's strawberries hidden in here, somehow alive, buried under all the mulch. So that's great. And also, if we go over here, there's even more stuff growing. So all the cover crop is growing. Pretty much everything's growing. So excellent. I can grow outside with cover in cold conditions. Good to know. If I can reproduce this on a mass scale, I should be able to get a cover crop field pretty much set up without an issue. You know, kind of an unexpected advantage of this field is Aria now has somewhere that she can run really far without losing the ball. And so it makes exercising her really nice. Also, well, it's not going to hurt if she pushes the seed in or covers it up with dirt, is she? It's really nice because I could never throw the ball that far without it getting lost, you know, because it goes behind tall sagebrush and stuff. And the rock is really hard on her feet, so nice. I've been getting so busy with all the homestead chores lately and all these projects, I've been neglecting my dog. I need to run with her a lot more often. Sit. Sit. I think she's got at least a couple % greyhound in her, this dog. Good girl. Hey, you dropped the other one already? Come here. And she's done. Still trying to play even when she's exhausted. Oh, this dog.